Yo guys, how's it going? And welcome to a recap of basically everything that's happened in sports over the past 24 hours. I've been traveling and out of town. And I want to talk about all the NFL moves and baseball news that is broke. We're not going to go over everything here, but these were the major moves in my eyes. So I will leave a link down below if you want to see everything that has happened in the NFL, because it has been a wild NFL free agency so far. Anyways, as a Bears fan, I wanted to start off with the Vikings signing linebacker Jordan Hicks to a 2-year deal worth $10 million. The former Texas Longhorn was a huge piece in that Cardinal defense last year. I'm not thrilled that he's going to Minnesota. And my boy Mitchell Trubisky is going to the Steelers. After spending a year learning under Brian Daboll and Josh Allen, I'm hoping he can succeed. I know Steeler fans might not want to hear this. I would love to see Trubisky start week 1 for Pittsburgh. I still believe in him. I think in the right system with a coach like Mike Tomlin, I think he can be a successful quarterback in the NFL. I'm just saying, come back to this video. Maybe he'll suck, but if he plays well, just saying. The QB carousel continues as Tyrod Taylor signed a 2-year, $17 million deal with the New York Giants. I always thought it was going to be Mitchell Trubisky that went to the Giants, and obviously he signed with the Steelers, which we'll talk about later in the video. So instead, they have transitioned and gone with Tyrod Taylor. That is a lot of money for a backup quarterback. That is a ton of money. This was my favorite story of free agency so far. So if any of you guys follow the news this morning, Cowboys defensive end Randy Gregory originally was announced that he was re-signing with the Cowboys. And then the Denver Bronco Twitter page put out some tweets, and more news came out that he was switching from Dallas to Denver. Like, the Cowboys made this official. They put it on all their social media accounts, and then he just totally dipped to go to the Broncos. It was confirmed it was basically the same deal in a 5-year, $70 million contract. A huge loss for Dallas. I expected them to release DeMarcus Lawrence, but keep Randy Gregory. And in the end, things switched. They have Lawrence and they lost Gregory. Former Falcons wide receiver Russell Gage signs with the Bucks, giving Tom Brady yet another weapon, just what he needs. It is crazy. In a span of 2 years, the Falcons have lost Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, and now Russell Gage. This move makes me so mad because I think it's a great signing by the Lions, as much as I hate to admit that. Former Jags wide receiver DJ Chark is signing a 1-year, $12 million deal. Coming off the broken ankle, I believe it was week 14. I see an Allen Robinson situation here where he just balls out next season. I would love to have seen Chicago go after him, because I think he's one of the steals, especially when we talk about some of the money like players like Christian Kirk got. Former Chiefs cornerback Charvarius Ward intends to sign a 3-year deal with the 49ers worth up to $42 million. Tyrann Mathieu and Ward gone in a span of 24 hours. I always felt like that secondary was a little shaky in San Francisco, and Ward's definitely going to be an upgrade. Speaking of the Chiefs, former Texans safety Justin Reed signed a 3-year, $31.5 million deal with KC, basically just replacing Tyrann Mathieu. Great player. Can he replicate Matthew's leadership on defense? I guess we'll find out. Teddy Bridgewater signed a 1-year deal with the Dolphins. Denver to Miami. Talk about a climate change. This one hurts, man. My boy CJ Uzoma is signing with the Jets. Congratulations, CJ, on a very well-deserved contract. New York's not only getting a great tight end, but a great leader in the locker room. I wish you nothing but the best, CJ. Sticking with the tight ends, Evan Ingram is going to Jacksonville on a 1-year deal that could be worth up to $10 million. Jacksonville seems determined to get Trevor Lawrence more weapons on offense, as they should. And probably the biggest move of the day yesterday, JC Jackson, the all-pro Patriot cornerback, is signing with the Chargers on a 5-year, $82.5 million deal. A massive get for the Chargers, who just continue to upgrade on defense. Talk about taking advantage of Justin Herbert's rookie contract. As much as I hate to admit it, I love the moves from LA. This was the biggest surprise, and it wasn't because of the player, it was because of the contract. The former Cardinals wide receiver Christian Kirk received a 4-year, $84 million deal. You heard that right. $84 million. Players like Allen Robinson, Metcalf, Devontae Adams are all celebrating right now, because if this is the wide receiver market, my goodness, are the rest of these guys going to get paid? I think Christian Kirk's a great player. Don't get me wrong. Is he worth $84 million? Hell no. Hassan Reddick signed a 3-year, $45 million deal with the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly's in a little bit of an interesting spot here. I'm intrigued to see what they do with the rest of free agency. As we transition over to baseball, free agents aren't signing with teams, which is very surprising to me, but we do have some massive trades. Starting off with Matt Olsen, the star first baseman of the Oakland Athletics, has been dealt the Atlanta Braves. And shortly after that, the Braves ended up extending him on an 8-year, $168 million contract, basically putting an end to Freddie Freeman returning to Atlanta. I do like the contract, and I think Matt Olsen is a great player. Oakland got some really good players. It'll be interesting to see if they end up dealing Matt Chapman as well and just completely rebuilding things over there. But as a Cubs fan, I'm not thrilled about Matt Olsen being in the NL. Former NL MVP Andrew Mccutchen signed with the Milwaukee Brewers, bulking up the offense out in Wisconsin. And finally, the Mariners traded for Jesse Winker and Eugenio Suarez in exchange for Justin Dunn, Brandon Williamson, and Jake Fraley. I was actually on the plane when this dropped, and I had to do a double take. I cannot believe the Mariners got Winker and Suarez, especially Jesse Winker. I think Jesse Winker is a stud. The season he put together last year, especially the first half, was just insane. It seems as if the Reds are going for a full rebuild here. Anywhere, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I promise from here on out, the news, when news breaks, come here, I'll have it covered. I was out and about, and then I was traveling, so I'm sorry, but this is just kind of a recap of everything that happened. Make sure you guys do drop a like. Make sure you guys do drop a subscription. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.